I was trying to get like a cider or like a Corona or something to have on, and then it started raining like this. So Beks is here already.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Well, all we
I
gotta do is
exist.
ship you cross country, and you're like way on time. It's amazing.
Like I am 2 minutes late.
Yeah, but this
But
is usually 25 minutes early for you.
I've struggled after I fucked up so bad last time. I was like, I gotta like not mess it up today, but I am really hungover and struggling. Darius, you moved.
Yeah, and it moved, as you can see. All the stuff.
I had a feeling.
that
I went to I tried to go to a pinball tournament thing, and I was too late to see the action, but I ended up drinking a lot. It was fun.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
There we go. Okay.
gotcha.
Chair sucks.
I want to have a cool ass background. So.
Everybody's
Y'all,
here.
I'm on my last brain cell.
Because I see you have one on, and I've been trying to put these on, and they just make me look like a little girl. So, yeah.
But people like that. That's a
But
look.
everything makes you look like a little girl, though. In fairness.
Yeah, it's because you got big eyes and you got like baby skin. I say lean into your youth.
Yeah, we'll be gone soon enough.
And plus, if you work out and stuff, maybe that's like good for like, I wouldn't know, but like to get the sweat or some shit off your face. It's cute. What are you talking about? It's adorable. You look wholesome as fuck. Now do a little to the side.
I sense another R. Kelly segment coming on this episode.
Should I just wear it like this for the whole episode?
Yes. Yeah. Tati, you okay over there? I saw you connecting the audio, but it says you're on mute now.
We'll screw my headset. We'll have this for today.
I'm asking her to start video. Let's see if that helps
curls. Oh, maybe she's messaging us somewhere else.
Is she?
Poor Tater, she's stuck. She's stuck in the void.
Tater, come back.
She's stuck in the upside down.
Now she heard us. Now she's typing. I see dot.
Baby, I miss you.
I'm gonna preemptively say you're gonna say you need to restart your computer and go for it. I should just stop. Okay, now she's back again.
Oh, she's typing.
Okie dokie, no worries. Maybe restart the computer.
Yeah.
Poor Tater. Tater's getting her revenge for all the times that I took forever. I can't say shit. I'm gonna go use the bathroom while my headphones are in. Get ready, y'all.
I feel like that was a dig.
It's a joke. It was a joke.
Oh, Darius like wagging his ass at the screen. You saw that?
Dang it.
Damn.
I always miss the good stuff.
That boy,
fine. Good stuff.
I didn't know you had good dunk.
All the good stuff.
His good dunk doesn't trump my good dunk.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Well, I think got to be a competition though.
And I don't think I've seen Ashley's Badonkadonk in person. But
me neither.
It's spectacular. It's like in Moulin Rouge, spectacular. No words in the vernacular can describe this great event.
It goes like this.
You'll be numb with wonderment. Returns a fixed.
I feel at some point, like I could probably, depending on if I lean appropriately, I could probably balance them both.
Oh.
Hey, I think a lot of people would pay to see
Can you hear me?
Whoa, Blonder.
Did you rearrange your room?
Yeah.
No, I'm in my living room now because I rearranged stuff. Yeah.
Wait, could you hear us the whole time, Tater?
No, I could see you. I was like so jealous. I was like seeing you guys and seeing smiles, and I'm like, what the fuck?
We're having fun without you. It was sad.
I know. It was like FOMO.
I can do this.
Ooh, excuse me.
You got this. You got this.
Come on, brain. Something's gonna click and it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. I need it to. It looks like you have a person behind you. It's creepy. Is that like your shadow?
I can manifest A clock.
Aura.
I can manifest.
Oh shit! I lost some marshmallow.
A closet.
Dang, that's a lot of water.
I can manifest
Water.
cat food. Where is it?
Meow. Where's Hannah? I miss her. She don't call me no more.
She's over you.
Yeah, I know.
Damn. It's like
She's
that.
been loose her whole life.
Where the fucking donuts at, bitch?
I
In a
missed the
whole
donut.
different state.
Okay, so where the fucking donuts at?
And I love how that was my birthday post, Ashley.
You didn't keep
You didn't
them.
think I saw it, but I saw it. And I laughed.
I hope you did. I was waiting for someone to be like, who the hell is this white looking bitch? Okay, so starting off today with
Well, say hello.
Hi.
No.
Hi. How are you?
Hey, everybody.
I love how, like, the star of the show, she's already failed the first transition.
You know what? James normally the one that says, hey, hi, how are you? And also, first off, we always start with a soft open. So you
I know, but like after the title comes on, that you so beautifully created.
Yes. Thank you.
Anyway, we're now on Zoom. Thanks to Deacon Darius, who's drinking an alcoholic beverage tonight.
It is a ginger beer.
Oh wow!
Ginger
It's
beer is
convert-
actually pretty good, depending
I have
on
one in my
Converted
fridge.
him.
This one is actually really good. That's the first time I've had this one.
Ashley, you old enough to
What
drink
brand is it?
that bow in your head. I
Oh,
don't know how
apparently-
old you are.
It's Cock and Bull.
I can see why you chose
Uh-huh.
it.
Yes, yes.
I have a Fever Tree, but I haven't tried it yet. It's just I bought it today. I was like, I love ginger beer, and there's that other brand, but I don't know what
There's
it's called.
another
Like, you know, with like the gray label with the font. That's really cute.
Yes. There's also
Those are good.
the one that's like brownish and gold that
Mhm.
Cracker Barrel
Always delicious.
carries.
Like real spicy.
Yeah. This one is I'll be getting that one again.
He's like, I
Mhm.
like that cock. So welcome everyone.
Oh no.
4 out of 5 of us today are in new locations. I have a backdrop, my old location. I'm in a currently undisclosed place, preparing for the apocalypse. Rebecca is in another, clearly in a hotel room. And
It totally looks like a hotel room.
Selling drugs out of it.
hotel,
obviously.
motel, Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn.
Tater is in
Yeah.
her living room because she's rearranging the furniture in her bedroom. And Darius is in his new home.
Yes.
I'm
Oh, that
scared.
lightning though?
Yo.
We ain't about
Oh
that.
yeah, you'll see the lightning on my walls at some point. So
Before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to the one person who's actually watched every episode who isn't on this show. My friend Susan, and she got married over the weekend to her wonderful now husband, JC. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
to Susan and
Susan.
JC. You guys deserve all the happiness in the world. And it was the first Zoom wedding I've ever attended, which I'm honored to have been able to attend.
Oh,
Aww.
Congratulations, you two. There you go.
$9 bills.
you had one job.
that's
Huh?
awesome.
I said, Shane, you had one job. and
Hey, I got stuck. You know, what can I do?
Well,
All right.
anyway.
Ashley, would you like to transition us into the first?
No, why don't you do it?
Yeah, transition yourself, Shane.
Smack it right
Well, on a positive note, Susan and JC deserve a lifetime of happiness. Our first topic deserves a lifetime of misery and heartache. We're talking about one Derek Chauvin, who received a 22 point, and we were a little bit late on this because we had a few weeks of delays, 22.5 years out of a possible 40 years, 40-year sentence. So all I can say to this is the system strikes again. We can only hope that the other cases against them will bring about more jail time, but I do not subscribe to well, it's unprecedented. It is. Still doesn't mean justice was served.
Yeah, so getting into the specifics a little bit, he ended up getting 3 different counts, 3 different charges of one of them second-degree murder, the second being third-degree murder, and then he also got charged with third-degree manslaughter. And like Shane said, it was out of a possible 40 years, and he got just a little over half of that. The 3 additional officers will actually be going to trial in August. So a lot of people are saying that this is the closing of a dark chapter in our world, but what precedent does this set now for the police going forward?
Real quick, I will say that in Minnesota, the law is that he has to serve only 2/3 of that sentence, and the last third with good behavior, he can be released.
which will probably end up being like,
So we're
Probably.
talking basically 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. No.
did I hear Jilly Bean over there crying because I think
Yeah, she was upset about it too.
Oh, poor puppy.
I
Yeah, it's a
mean,
real
I'm-
bummer because you have, if like, you're gonna bother having the trial, like, and like making us think that there's gonna be some more fairness here, you'd think it'd be a little bit more. But then there's also the precedent of a police officer actually getting jail time. So that part is good. Like, because now it can happen again if somebody does something horrible like this, which we're not hoping will happen, but at least we'll know that it's an option. But it is a little bit of a disappointing number.
yeah, it's one of those like small wins. I understand what you're saying. As far
Tati,
as
I'm
like
sorry.
long,
Mike,
Oh.
closer.
it's one of those small wins. But you know, it's just like it's kind of like bullshit because I mean I know in the long run you can see it and you can be like, okay, now someone else can use this. Should
Mhm.
this ever arise again in court and stuff like that. But it's just like, you know, it's an uphill battle and I mean I'm tired.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think same thing. Tired. I think we're all tired. It's just it seems like every day it's something. But for me, I guess the question I just want to ask everybody, or have everyone consider, like, what does justice even in this case look like? Even if he had gotten the full 40 years, does that you know equate to justice and for Floyd? I don't know if it does. You can't, because those 40 years that he'll spend in jail doesn't bring Floyd back. And I know I keep going to that, but I don't know what justice looks like in this case. I can't say that there is, at least in my opinion, that there is any justice to be had, to be delivered. But I guess, there does have to be some more accountability, in agreement with what everyone has already said. And I don't know, 15 years, it just doesn't seem like you're holding him as accountable as we should be holding him.
Mhm.
Sorry, Ashley. to
for
cut you
for
off.
as clear of a situation that occurred too, like it was reported, that was way longer than it needed to be, that he held him down by putting um his weight on him and stuff like that. So it's just like all of that and still. So it's like I mean, do you equate how long they're in there for as bad as it was? So it wasn't that bad in the eyes of the law, I guess. For that
Right.
type of crime.
And I think Shane, or a few people, and I think Shane, you're included in this, is that we all know somebody that's gone to jail for longer for something so far less.
Yeah.
That didn't involve another life being taken. There are people that are still serving sentences for marijuana, even though marijuana is legal in most states. There are people that are still, serving time for theft. Not saying, not to excuse their crimes or anything like that, but they're serving 20 plus years for things like this, or for things like that, and he's serving 22 half years for taking another person's life. Like, that just, how
taking
does
you
that
the
equate?
person's life and we caught it on camera.
Caught it on camera, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And,
So one of my questions to you guys is, do you think that, going forward, like in school and in studies and in, I don't know, Supreme Court decisions, do you think that they will reference to this case in the future?
well, to first answer Darius's question, I don't think there's, when you take someone's life in that manner that he did, when you murder someone the way he did, there's never true justice. But at the very least, it should be the max amount allotted in the justice system would at least be more appropriate than what has happened here, in my opinion. To answer your question, Ashley, I don't know, because of it being a state law thing. They might reference it, but depending on where that case, say the Supreme Court or whatnot, takes place, if that would hold any real merit. But with the, I believe there's a federal trial. I'm not completely up to speed on where that's at. There's other charges and a trial that will happen for Chauvin. That outcome might be something that to watch and see what happens. That informs national cases in the future. I think the only way it's really going to be referenced is like, well, you got your one. Why are you so uppity? Because that's unfortunately how it always is. We gave you a crumb. Why do you want so much more? That I'm worried will be referenced more by the system.
Because the other people deserve the same treatment.
We get it. But
It's just really disappointing. And it's not like the last time something like this will happen. So
Tati, I think you're muted.
Keep on doing something. I was eating, so I was trying to not
I
interrupt
wasn't
people.
sure if you were chewing and you were like behind the mic.
No, I got to make sure I pay attention to these edibles,
eat
man.
the mic.
Damn it. Nope. Come back to me.
They don't remember.
I think you're the last word anyway.
Hannah, what does Hannah have to say?
Hannah, how do you feel about it? She's not happy.
Oh, I got it. I think the problem when it comes to the way that justice is respected and stuff, it's like, when a cop gets lenient justice, more lenient than a civilian would get, knowing that, they should have been, I just feel like with that professionalism, there's an oath, there's more responsibility with that, and if
Carry a separate sentence.
Yeah, if we were supposed to respect that justice, I would feel that the people that are upholding that would be held to a higher standard. But when you are giving them a more lenient type of justice, then it says that we protect you as long as you do what we say, to do. And, fuck the civilian. So.
Could you say the word civilian again?
Civilian.
Sicilian.
I have a question. Is there a law, and you guys may or may not know this, in place where they can get sentenced for X amount of years for an abuse of power?
Well, I think that actually, when the judge was reading his he didn't read obviously his whole blurb about it because it was pages long, but he did mention that that abuse of power was part of this case.
Right, but is it a law that carries a sentence?
Don't.
Should be a law that carries a sentence.
I think it depends on where it is. As far as Minnesota goes, and I guess the city of Minneapolis. It's Minneapolis, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I'm spacey today. I think so because they mentioned it, or else it wouldn't be pertinent. A judge wouldn't have mentioned it probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that all depends on the local laws, I think.
Yeah, not sure.
And now we'll stay tuned for the other 3 accomplices.
August. So stay tuned. We will come back to this when we have more updates. So another update, the Olympic Committee has banned, and please forgive me if I tortured this name, and that was lightning.
And that was the thunder.
That was the thunder.
I just realized that's what you guys were talking about. I was like, what thunder? I don't understand. Like, I was like, is this a background? Is something she put on the wall?
It was like
that
a
I can't
torrential
see?
downpour here.
Yeah, there was a torrential downpour here for like a whole 20 minutes. And now it's calmed down, but the lightning is really striking really close to here. We saw it right across the river, actually. So
Yeah, no, I
down
was
by
on
the
train,
river.
down that.
and apparently something happened on the tracks. I think something exploded on the tracks, and I had to take a cab from the train station to the house.
Wait, New Jersey Transit, you're saying, or?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
wow.
always happens.
so
It's bad
That
weather.
always, I feel
Yep.
like that always happens in New Jersey Transit. There was
Yeah, no,
something.
I missed the Long
He's not
Island
used to
Railroad.
He's not used to it.
I'm like, I miss it.
I mean, what's the difference? Okay, out of the 3, which one are better? New Jersey Transit, Metro North, or the Long Island Railroad?
I've never done Metro.
Metro
I-
North.
I've done all three.
Metro
so
North.
I've never done Metro North. I like Long Island Railroad better than.
I would say Metro North,
Jersey
Long
Transit.
Island Railroad, and then New Jersey Transit.
I would agree with
I
that.
like the one you can drink on. That's the good one.
That's all.
You can have like the jumbo tall boys and
Well,
just,
not
like,
since COVID.
slip away.
Well, yeah, but
I was on a train upstate and
People
people
have
had beers.
drinks. I don't know if alcohol was ruled out.
But I guess they're not serving it anymore, but we'll see.
And
They didn't tell me I couldn't. So I don't know.
they make the
Breaking the law.
announcements. They make the announcements. They're like, no eating or drinking on this train. And I'm like, well, what's the
They let
point
us-
then?
Let me just swallow this real fast.
You have a lot of zingers today that could be taken out of context, Ashley.
Do I?
Just saying that little innocent bow is.
yeah. I told you we're not doing an R. Kelly segment tonight, so stop with the bow and the swallows. Please proceed
well, we
with
will-
butchering the name.
We
will get to
Great
someone
night.
famous.
Oh yeah, we will get to that. Yes.
We'll get to that.
I know. I started
later.
segueing there a little,
Okay.
There was
so we don't have to say transition anymore for every single one.
Should I just do a motion whenever I'm ready to transition so you guys know to like shush, let's move on?
Because that'll stop us.
Yes. I think it might stop like some of them, but you would just like.
Tati just thinks like, oh, well, she's ready to transition. I got a chance to snack, so it's all good.
Right.
like sneaking them like.
I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting until I have a thought.
You have your cheeks packed with the food too. Like you
Well,
got
see, here's the
full
thing. This topic, though, honestly, is the one I want to hear the most from Tati on.
Okay.
So,
Oh. All right, so let's go.
All right,
Let's go.
Tati, we'll start with you first. But the Olympic Committee banned Sha'Carri.
I believe it's Sha'Carri, I believe.
I think it's Sha'Carri.
Sha'Carri Richardson, yeah.
Apologize. Sha'Carri Richardson for positively or testing positive for marijuana. So
That's some
So
bullshit. Does it
Okay, so there's
help
different- there was-
improve the person?
It slows
to,
her down. Like that's not even
exactly.
fair.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm like she's even better
a
than you
superhero.
thought she was.
so I have
Yeah.
No
from
munchies.
apparently-
She's invincible.
Seth Rogen tweeted, "If weed made you faster, I would be FloJo."
Yeah.
This is.
I love him.
They
So,
just.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
Tati.
if it was like a steroid or something like that, I would, I'd understand. But it's fucking weed.
It's all natural.
It's all natural, but also apparently she was taking it as a coping mechanism after learning about her mother's death. So
Even if she wasn't, if her drug of choice was say alcohol, and that's fine, right? But because she smokes a
no,
spliff,
but if she was drunk and she was running, it wouldn't have probably.
Yeah, but maybe
Well,
she's
the
just
only-
that good.
She is good.
I
Apparently
mean,
she's-
I'm
I
really
would
fast
just-
at running when I'm drunk. So
She's
I
really
mean,
fast
the
woman.
weed kind of stays for like 30 days. It's not like
Right,
she
right.
just smoked
It-
and then said like,
Exactly.
"Oh, I'm gonna run this." You
I'm
know?
blazing fast.
Yeah.
Hey, let me say
I
this.
never in my life said, "Oh, let me run a race." After
Never. It doesn't like you want to like be in the couch. You want to
Yeah.
eat popcorn. You have a little cocktail and take a nap. You know.
If it's a napping race, yeah, like who?
At
how
the
can you
fuzzy
get to-
wall.
Okay, so Patsy, how do you feel about her getting a 1-month suspension? And then on top of that, she recently competed in a 100-meter dash, and her win was now invalidated as a result of the violence.
No,
That's
fuck all that.
terrible.
Fuck all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And it came
There's
down
no
today.
validity in any of it
Oh,
now.
yeah, I was about to
because
read
tell
that,
me
yeah.
why.
Oh,
Tell me
okay.
why,
Oh,
other
go for
than this moral high ground that they want to have. Tell me why does it matter?
Wait, what did they do with Phelps? Did they take away all his shit?
Yeah, they took
He-
away his shit too.
Yeah, he got a suspension from I think the U.S. team, but it was not close to the Olympics, and so we don't know what they actually would have done. The Olympics are sticklers for their rules, but their rules are outdated, and they
They do
use their
need to be
rules to
changed.
serve the agenda they want to thing. And I just think they don't like her. I think
agree.
she walks around with "I'm the boss bitch" attitude, and they don't like that coming from a black chick. and they don't like her hair. They don't like her
I
eyelashes,
love her.
which I agree with because I hate fake eyelashes. Period. But whatever. That's
I
beside
think
the
it's
point.
fun.
I could just see her like running, and
You
I'm
see
just
them
like,
go like this though, as she runs, just like it's like aerodynamic. It's great. But I think I
Oh,
honestly
she
think
has
they
lashes
just
on.
they don't, yeah. She got the ones that look like feathers.
So,
I
like
would-
that means that like
Yeah.
it's probably not the one she's gluing on because those would probably like fly off because she's
well, yeah, I was thinking
so
like,
fucking fast. So she
as
probably
a
has lash
runner, wouldn't you be-
extension.
wouldn't you be worried about like that flying off your face at some point because you're going that?
Yeah, so they're probably the ones that are
Not
sewn
her,
in.
because she's just
That's
that
how good
good.
she is. That's how,
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
exactly.
just
She's
that
like
good.
dodging the wind gusts
The
while
air
she's
can't even
like,
touch
But
her.
she's
you know,
got a
wind
look they
riding
don't
it.
like. I think it comes down to her whole brand of the nails, the confidence that they look as
I like
the
her.
arrogance,
Like her.
the hair, the everything, the ethnicity, all of it. And I think they're sticklers for the rules many times. The rules are outdated, and they use those rules as a means to an end
legal,
to ban her.
if weed's
Specifically
legal
her.
in like a bunch of states, I mean, come on, is it
Yeah.
really? Come on,
But they're
And
then-
international. They're
Right,
international.
exactly.
though.
They're but
international
I
They
mean,
handle
isn't it
happy
legal
black women.
in
They just
other
can't stomach
countries
it for some
too?
reason.
But not all. And
Not
again,
all,
it's not a
I mean-
performance enhancing drug. Like,
Oh my gosh, I'm
That's my
dropping all my
question. Is
snacks.
she actually getting a leg up above the competition?
she's not. She's
Then
not.
why do we care?
If
No,
she's
look.
smoking something that's making her win the races, it's not weed.
It's not
It
speed.
is not
Ta-
weed.
not
Tatiana's
Jesse
like, I need
Spano.
some of that.
She's not
Oh,
so
gosh.
scared.
I have studied this stuff. It is not
So
that.
excited! I'm so
I'm so
excited!
excited. I'm so.
I'm
So Shane,
excited.
what were you going to tell us about that came down
Oh, you
about
were
her
gonna tell
today?
us, but okay.
Oh, you can
Well,
go ahead.
anyway, it
because you're
came
reading
down in today's. This is from Change
news.
Worldwide. In today's shitty unjust news, Sha'Carri Richardson will miss the Tokyo Olympics entirely after U.S. officials declined to select her for the 4x 100 relay
Yeah.
team. The 4x 100
4 by
relay.
100.
I don't know
yeah.
what the fuck that means, but it says 4x 100
So,
relay.
I mean, so it's the relay race, 100 meter, 100 meters. So that was her that was her shot to make it to the Olympics. And we know that for
So they
like
took
for an
away her shot
athlete
to
of
get
any
to
time,
Olympics?
right? Well, because she was gonna get there, initially, then that suspension came down, but she still had a chance with the 4 by 100. And now they haven't selected her for that team, which bans her from the Olympics for this year. Period. And that's terrible because we know that this is not promised. Like just in another 3 years, she doesn't
Something that
necessarily
they
get
work
there.
really hard for.
Then it's not about the sport.
Exactly.
It's just not about the sport. And I mean, that's what sucks is that, like everything else, it just loses its freaking validity and it's just a fucking waste of time.
And that's not the only.
Yeah, Tati, what else do you guys to say? No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Continue.
I love it.
I mean, these are really good.
And that's
Those
not the only
edibles.
ban that the Olympics has targeted.
Hey, can I have a quick question from you grown-ups? Are you allowed to fly with edibles on an airplane? Like, are you allowed to take them back hypothetically from one city
Good
to
question. I
another?
don't know.
I got worried, so I
Great
ate
question.
them right before I got on the plane.
No. Were you
Yeah.
like bridesmaids? Like,
Eat.
It was two, but they were like really strong ones. I was out for most of the plane ride. My mom, she was like, "Why were you so difficult to pick up?" Because I wasn't getting the directions.
she had to carry you, or she just didn't know where you were?
No, I just didn't understand directions.
Oh.
But yeah,
Shane's
Must
disappeared.
be hit
He's
or miss.
gone.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
and
keep
that's-
disappearing. And it's really freakish. You're just like an arm and a head right now.
I'm
What is it,
like
like-
Thanos.
Yeah. Are you gonna be like?
Oh, I
what
didn't
is it,
disappear
like,
this
Oh,
time.
you did
Damn it.
disappear. Yeah.
Ditto or whatever.
Thanos
Like,
had the right idea though. But in any case, the Olympic Committee has also banned special swim caps designed for black hair because they don't meet with their protocol, the proper dimensions.
That's what I'm
and all
saying.
that.
I feel like they can't handle happy people of color,
No.
especially black women. They never get a break.
No, they really
Just like,
don't.
what
And I have to say, with the person of
do
like,
they have to do? Like,
is someone fighting this stuff though?
They
Because
are.
I-
There's a
I
good
mean,
chance. There was a story today that they might rescind their bullshit ban on the caps.
I think they probably will.
what does it do? Make them faster? Like that makes no
No,
sense. Like
it
what's
just-
If anything,
what
it
could
slows
it
them
do?
down.
If it makes them faster, then let all of them wear it. You know what I'm saying? But
I just want to know, like, are they testing these things? Are they saying, okay, like this gives someone like a 2% lead over that one because of their hair?
probably
Sure. If I had all this hair, I would need a proper cap so I could get it all in there.
You know who's doing the testing? Probably some bald bitch. You know,
I will give you some. You want some? Here.
I will say these caps in the pictures I've seen, the standard caps are pretty slick, kind of dome chrome. These kind of, you can't see, puff up a little bit. So if anything, that's
I think I know why they. Yeah, but like imagine you get like a 2-inch lead or whatever.
Well, yeah.
Like, if you have
it's about the arm.
That's
about the arm, but the hair doesn't even factor into it. The head doesn't factor into it.
They should just shave everyone's head.
It's about when the arm touches the
Black
other
women will
side.
still be doing that.
Oh my gosh! Then they're gonna all be bald.
Some of them will look great, and then some of them will look like the Dora Milaje, and some of them will look.
This is some little bit of cone head.
Just a bunch of Voldemorts walking around.
Especially the pale heads.
I think it comes down to merchandising, though. I think the Olympic Committee probably has exclusivity, but they have deals with the Speedo or whoever the fuck it is that makes the traditional spin caps. It comes down to the chuching.
The chuching?
Because it's a special, I believe it's a black-owned company that creates these. The chuching.
The chuching.
The chuching.
Chuching.
I love the chuching.
Sounds like a horror movie.
I love chuching.
The touching. The touching.
The touching or the
of
touching?
Emily Blunt.
Everyone loves the chuching. The chuching.
All that.
Speaking of the touching.
Speaking of chuching.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at that transition, Shane.
No, that was cringe.
Cringe.
And the Ashley, that was your Ashley moment of the week, as served by Shane.
Oh, okay. Cool. I was like, I didn't do that. All right, so Bill Cosby was impeached, and his conviction was.
Cannot believe that was what we were moving into. I was like waiting.
That's like the pudding pops.
The reason why is because his due process was violated. Shane.
You look at Shane. Shane's done with the world.
He left. Yeah, Shane has left the chat.
I'm listening. I'm kind of listening. Get the headphones on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go.
Where? He's so angry.
Nature calls. He's gotta let loose. You know.
His bladder couldn't even take it. He's like, "Fuck this."
Probably.
Oh no, he took his camera with him. We can see everything. No, Shane, put it away.
Now the chair can speak.
What's that?
Oh, he's smoking a blunt.
No, is that a Jello pudding pop?
It's a pudding pop.
Oh,
ew. I can't even do the.
Why is it vibrating?
Would you like the pudding pop?
I was like, where is he going with this?
That face.
It sucks because of this fucking fade thing, and having my headphones on, I can't like do the funny joke gags I used to do when I walked away. But now it's.
Well, you keep losing your arms every 2 minutes. So I don't know. You could be like, I can't get no respect.
It's gone. He's fading.
Fading into oblivion.
Darius, does this turn you on, Darius?
No, not at all.
Oh wow, he got all the way to the bottom of the pudding pot.
Is there something about Cosby that we need to know about, Darius?
The wedding is like a week and a half away. I'm just trying to get out of it.
Right. I could have said yes, but then he bit it, and then that's just not attractive at all.
So
people like that life.
Come back and get him because everybody's upset that he got let go for such a ridiculous reason.
That's such bullshit.
So today on Injustice News.
Oh, you want our reaction?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on. Applause.
Like
for the long pause, Tater.
You see, I feel like the story, not the story, because that is the story about him getting out on the BS or whatever. But I feel like I was more disappointed in Phylicia Rashad. I was like, oh,
yes,
Felicia, I love you. Why would you do this to me? When Phylicia Rashad tweeted, finally a right has been wronged, a miscarriage of justice has been righted, or whatever she said. I'm just like,
she's
Felicia,
doing some dumb bitch stuff.
No. Even if you're close to Cosby, even if you're no, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Even if even if you're close to Cosby, right? You don't see anybody else speaking out, right? You don't see his wife saying anything. You don't see any of the Cosby kids saying anything. They're all staying mum on this.
Apparently, they haven't seen each other in 3 years. The wife and him, they said, it was like, what?
Probably not. I mean, look what he did. All those years
Only
he was
in her
married.
Stay with
dreams,
him.
apparently.
She
Bad
stayed
joke,
with
but sorry.
you got to keep the Cosby name, but I don't know. I'm just like, Felicia, why would you say anything? Just be quiet.
It's always
Just
feel,
stay silent.
because
Even if
it's like
that's
those
how you
people who are like,
feel.
I don't think racism exists because it doesn't happen to me. It's like, no, that's not how it works, honey.
Well, apparently now there's a
Like-
divide between students at Howard, where she serves as a dean.
Oh,
I forget the
Yeah.
exact name of her position, but it's like, unfortunately, it is, Bill Cosby
Yep.
is a pioneer, a legend. What his accomplishments, this aside, can never be understated, or should I say,
Absolutely.
can never be overstated. The ground he broke as a comedian, a black comedian in this country, is astonishing, and as a result, there are many people, several friends included, that Darius and I have, that and Tati has worked with as well. People who say, like, also as a person was like, well, fuck the Asian community kind of thing, when it was about Stop Asian Hate and whatnot.
Okay, gotcha.
Who genuinely feel that, yeah, he's probably guilty, but fuck it. A lot of white guys have gotten away with this for centuries, millennia. And that is very true. White men have gotten away with this and continue to get away with actions just like this. It's a different kind of accountability now, take like Harvey Weinstein and whatnot. But in my opinion, just because white men have a history, all of history, have gotten away with horrific atrocities towards women and humanity in general, does not give permission for anyone of any ethnicity to get away with doing such things. And so there are some people who, one, feel it was a conspiracy, because he was supposedly in the process of putting a group together to buy NBC when the charges broke, when all the women came out after decades. So they feel it's a conspiracy. I look at that as being along the lines of a QAnon type conspiracy.
just like good timing on people who might have, even if those things were true at the same time, like,
Yeah.
he still did it. So like,
And that's not to say
okay,
that in the
right.
past black men haven't been targeted by media in Hollywood. Of course they have, but I don't think I personally don't think the two
this
equate.
doesn't It doesn't
Yeah.
have the same feeling. It's just
But
too much.
there is a big faction of people, and I'm not trying to white-splain or mansplain anything, but like I've just noticed there's a divide between those in the African community, from what I've observed, who support Cosby, and those who don't. And Phylicia Rashad saying what she said, Darius, at Howard, has now, from what I've been reading and seeing in the news, has split a lot of the student body on whether or not she should retain her post or not as a result. What are all your thoughts on that?
I mean, even if there is a divide and people are supporting Cosby because they know that white men or, have done it and gotten away with it and it's not fair, that, they do it to, I guess, cancel a black man when he does it, when there's so many white powerful men that have done it. But that's still agreeing that he did something bad. So
Exactly.
at the end of the day, like, it's like, even if you are saying that, yeah, I understand that there have been plenty of white powerful men that have done some crazy stuff that have gotten away with it. And, I don't think anyone is saying that is okay, but, Cosby still did what he did. So regardless of like, I understand, the underlines of what it could mean to someone else. Bad is bad,
Yeah.
I'm a little torn torn on it, because as an educator, it's your job to make sure you stay in a place where you're steering these kids in the right direction. Like, you have a good hold on an influence on them that can influence their mindset. So on one aspect, you should know you shouldn't say stuff like leaning towards Cosby. And then on the other hand, we're looking at cancel culture and everyone getting reprimanded for the small things that they say. So
I mean, could it just be that she just genuinely believes he's innocent? And
No,
It doesn't really matter though.
And I think, hell yeah, for social justice and people actually speaking up and saying that it's not okay when the justice system doesn't work out the way that it should work out.
Yeah.
You know, because we all know that it's bullshit that he's out for something like that when he's clearly guilty of the crime that he committed. You know,
I mean, like people flub it though. People flub it, and he has probably really good lawyers, and it's just like
of course,
they
and
figured
plenty
out a
of
way.
money. I mean, I'm
But
surprised that they waited this long for
they
it
thought people
to.
weren't going to be paying attention or something. Like my problem with Felicia is that one, usually I'm not for the whole canceling someone. I'm not saying she should be canceled or she should absolutely lose her job, but it is like one, she's like a public figure, so she should be more mindful of like what she's putting out there, especially just making such a stupid, untactful move. Two, she's in a position of authority on campus. So how is she, like I've seen stuff where people are like, how is she going to vote against like date rape on campus and things like that? Like how is she actually going to be able to support students if she's out here looking foolish as fuck saying that Cosby is innocent just because he didn't do it to her? Like it's like a mindset of lacking common sense. Someone could tell me my father or somebody did something like that. Like I'm not trying to, sorry dad, but like I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's innocent. Absolutely. Like I don't know. I wasn't there.
To tweet that like unprovoked, I think that's the issue. Like it's not like she was being interviewed. It's not like somebody, you know, asked her for her opinion or anything like that, and she said that, which, you know, you might think differently on. Just the fact that she came out and just said that unprovoked as soon as the news came down is an issue.
So not necessary.
But I'm also not for, sorry, Tati, and then and then you got it.
Nice. He like apologizes every single time he's like.
You were talking.
It's so rare for him to do it. He's not sure how.
No, I'm not sure how to do it.
I tripped him up. Now this is all rocky road. What's
but I'm not necessarily for her. I'm not for her losing her job.
No,
I'm not.
I agree. I don't think it's to that extent.
Right? Can she execute that job, as Beks was saying? Like, what happens if God forbid?
But is that one of her responsibilities, though?
That's really up to. That's really up to the students that.
Right. I don't know how the school is organized. Like, she might not be having to make those decisions as the dean of the school. No, that might.
I mean, as long as she doesn't have to, then she just sucks. But it's cool. I get it. Like Sarah Silverman with Louis C.K. I get it. It happens. You like rep your friend, and you want to be like the one person who has their back. But the reality is, like, I mean, Sarah Silverman keeps she's like, I let him. Why not?
Why?
I mean, did she even speak out the whole trial?
I don't
recall hearing a peep from anyone in the Cosbys.
She's hitting that rose really hard.
Malcolm Jamal Warner like said something without saying something explicitly. Like he, you know, everybody pretty much just said, "Hey, you know, I was on that show. Mr. Cosby did some great things for me, and I'll leave it at that." And that was that. And that's all she could have said. You know, he was my partner for however many years I was on that show. We all know that show and A Different World did wonders for television. I love both those shows, but yeah, I'm like rewatching A Different World right now on Amazon.
It's so good. It's so good. I miss that show.
Better or worse after Lisa was fired by Bill?
Better. Sorry. Sorry. I don't know who said that.
Sorry, not sorry. That's
I'm on the fence. It's been a long time. I just think of Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wayne. And Jasmine Guy. And Cree Summer. Oh.
But you see, it's so funny how it changed because Jasmine Guy was like the heel of the show.
Yeah.
And then Lisa Bonet gets, you know, she has to leave.
Which is like, fuck you for firing her with all this shit in your closet. But.
Right. Lisa Bonet is pregnant. Denise Huxtable is not.
Did you know he wanted him to be a taxi driver in that show? He wanted him to be married to a Puerto Rican woman, and he would be a taxi driver, and they'd be living in like the hood. And it was a bunch of Jews at NBC that were like, maybe we should do a show with an affluent family, quote unquote. And he was like, oh no, if I want to do that, and they did that, and he's like, that was my idea. So
I didn't realize.
Yeah, he wanted to be complete. He wanted to be more like a regular 80s sitcom, kind of meshing maybe. Kind of the Jeffersons would say like Sanford and Son kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I got when you said it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, she tweeted right after when she got some backlash that afternoon. She tweeted, "I believe women. I support victims." But to a lot of people, that takes away some of the credibility because it's not even a situation like you mentioned Louis C.K. where it's kind of like in my opinion, he's like, I'm going to take my dick out and jerk off. You can stay or you can go. And then they stay and then they go, well, how could you violate me like that? That's a little bit of a murky area, whereas it's like there's mounds of evidence. He was on Larry King decades before the accusations came out, kind of bragging about that kind of behavior. And everyone went, oh, Bill, you say the darndest things. And it's kind of mounds of... yeah, thank you.
Oh, that was a good dad joke. We missed it. We failed, y'all.
Thank
No,
you.
I got it, and I was like, meh.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Sometimes it's so funny, I don't laugh, you know? You're just like,
Yeah.
Maybe.
I get it. But anyway, it's just like there are mounds of evidence, so I feel like this is a lot more cut and dry. And it just, how do you feel about her credibility saying she supports victims, though? Like following up one tweet with that tweet.
I think she means it, but she just seems tone deaf and a little clueless. But I mean, this is me being tone deaf and clueless too, but she's like a little older, and older people on the internet, they just say some stupid shit sometimes, and it just happens. It just happens. They don't know. It's like they overshare a little, they get excited, and they didn't think about, she probably just didn't think about what she was saying, how it would make people feel. And
Right. I think
Maybe
she just.
Maybe she'll do
Tati's
better.
chewing right now, though. She's like,
I was in deep thought while I was chewing those pieces. Okay.
I just see this happening.
anyway.
So I do have a question for you guys. So there are rumblings that there is a documentary to come for Cosby, and that they may allow him to return to the comedy stage.
Who's they?
What is he gonna joke
the
about?
public.
I mean, right? I was gonna say, because
We all
is
accept
there like a
him again,
comedy
just in case
commission
they
that's
don't.
just like, you can tell jokes, but you cannot tell jokes?
Well, so basically, it's I would say it's like each selective establishment will be like, yeah, you can come do your comedy here. Cool.
You're
Well,
finishing
yeah,
this
like
now.
they'll still work with Cosby after the
Right.
fact.
So
Yeah, I think the only way they can stop
y'all-
you is if you're in jail, though, right? Like, they can't really stop you from being a funny man.
Right.
To take this segment full circle, it comes down to the cha-ching, because they know there's going to be a market out there from people who want to support him to people who want to see what he's going to say, which, let's be fair, will probably be the majority of us, if not all of us. And they know they'll make money, and they'll rest on the law and go, well, he was exonerated. So,
Right. Yeah.
and it comes down to the cha-ching.
Yeah, I don't support any of that bullshit.
Me
That's
neither.
fucked up.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty
Yeah.
stupid.
I wonder if the documentary will actually come from his perspective or the perspective of
Yeah, if he's the producer or if someone else is,
you'll see how skewed it is depending on who it comes from.
of course.
Directed by Phylicia Rashad.
That's why that came out.
And that's crazy. Like, as we're speaking about her, I'm torn, because I still love Phylicia Rashad. I'm just like, why, Felicia? Like, that's why I'm just like, I love you. Well, why did you say
my
something
mom.
so stupid?
I love how Tati went from a dark background to like a not dark background.
I see that fridge.
There's like a
I was
bunch
like,
of snacks.
You're me so hard.
I just see her like
Are you
bunch of
hungry?
snacks like that were down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, some of them are chocolate. I gotta make sure. I
Oh,
pick
you
them
dropped
up.
them on the
Oh,
floor? You
yeah,
have the 2
yeah.
second rule?
save the snacks.
Well,
Gotta get them.
well, your pup can't eat it because it's chocolate, so you got to
Right.
make those.
Yeah, that's why I had to like. That's
Jelly
why I dropped
bean
down
and-
to the
Oh,
floor.
Can't have a jelly bean.
Jelly bean. Not jelly bean. All right. So
Well, from one old man to sorry,
what?
nothing.
I was gonna say, in the spirit of keeping a pulse on things, I think that's better than the old man one. What is
They were both bad. Let's go.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
but one was offensive.
Hold on. Does someone else want to try?
Oh,
Beks, you
absolutely
go.
not.
Okay, so
Ashley just blew out the speaker. The microphone.
Biden has declared Pulse nightclub a national memorial, and for those of you who don't remember, Pulse, there was a mass shooting in 2016 that left 46 dead, 53 wounded, and it is known as the deadliest attack on the LGBTQ community. So excited, happy.
I'm glad that there is recognition at the level of the executive office, of the executive branch, the Oval Office, of the LGBTQIA plus community, and this horrible tragedy. Does it again, like with Chauvin, whatever sentence it was, is a real justice? No, but I mean, at least
to those who were lost, it's making sure that we don't forget about them.
Which is that's so important in this day and age. Beks, what happened?
What?
She needs to go see it. She had to go see it right now.
She can
see what?
I mean, no, she knew it was
there
crap just like I do. I mean, I honestly I don't want to make it sound like okay, like I'm ungrateful, but come on, let's see some real change. Let's stop making, LGBTQIA, laws like optional and always on the brink of changing depending on who's leading or what's going on politically. I get it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
She'll be back.
I get that we're memorializing, something that happened that was, really, unfortunate. But again, I don't want to keep on having more memorials. Let's just have some change.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I get you. I mean, unfortunately, Biden has no control over the local laws that are targeting the LGBTQIA plus community. Unfortunately, he did reverse some Trump era initiatives that did target the community. But yeah, it is symbolic, and unfortunately, the Democrats in both houses aren't strong enough to enact any real gun law change.
Yeah.
Which is really what it's just yeah. Beks, are you cool? You back?
Sorry, my computer freaked out.
No worries.
You were getting beat up by the internet.
You were all frozen. I was like, I don't know. I was like, let me for a second. You were all frozen. I was like, guys, can you hear me? I felt like I was trapped in this little box, like I was in that Superman movie.
Should have taken a picture of your screen because we've always taken a picture of you when you're frozen.
I fudged it
Oh
up.
yeah.
Why is it though that this bad Wi-Fi follows me everywhere, and it's always during the most serious topics, and I'm like, oh, this makes me sad. I'm like.
Well, anything you guys want to add to that?
I have my support unit.
Well, I didn't get to hear everything said, but definitely, I'm a fan of anything that authority or like the law, whatever president dude can do to like help prevent these sort of things, and also just to bring awareness. And it's a huge tragedy. Like
it is.
I was out for Pride and it was awesome, and just seeing like happy people just living their lives, being open and friendly, and just like they're not hurting anybody. Like let them fucking live. It's just senseless killing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. And
I just think the
as
frustrations of like like being in any minority group is just the fact that that unheard, unlistened to. There's so many memorials, so many things to make us remember, but when it comes to like, okay, do we want to give them all equal rights and equal justice and equal treatment and things like that?
But I think the memorials are important because as the further and further we get from these kind of things, the more and more people want to come and deny that it's ever happened. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't that bad. This didn't happen that way. So we do need the memorial so that we can look back and say, no, this is what the reality was. And it wasn't that long ago that it was this way. But to your point, Tati, okay, now what are we going to do to change it? Like, I don't want to have a memorial, every time something happens. What can we do to change this so that it doesn't happen moving forward? But we need the memorials because we see, the further and further we get from the Holocaust, there's more and more people like that didn't actually happen. The further and further we get from things like segregation, there's going to be more people like, oh, it wasn't that bad for Black people, and same thing with the laws for the LGBTQ plus community. Like we're gonna get to a point where it's like, well, look at how things are now. It wasn't that bad back then. So we need these memorials, but we also need change.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just feel like sometimes a lot of the time they're like band-aids. Like, I mean, come on, we just allowed gay people to get married not so long ago. Like that was the biggest thing ever. Like we are playing with people's rights to live the way that they want to, their freedoms, because of these social constructs that we've made up. So like we're making it seem like, oh, we're winning something. No, we're trying to just get equality. We're not even trying to win the upper hand here. So a lot of the time when I see these memorials, it's like there's a lot of those that stack up, and then I get that one grain of change. And I know it's like, okay, well, at least we're, changing for the better. It's a hard battle, but damn it. I don't know. Sorry, that's me today. It's the weather.
All right.
Better snacks.
We won't hold it against you, but staying on the topic of the LGBTQ community, obviously this happened a little bit ago, but during the Pride Parade, NYPD was banned from showing up, and then they did show up in riot gear, and they made tons of arrests. They were battle ready, so to speak, in helmets, pepper spray, batons, ready to go. They arrested a bunch of people for resisting arrest, obstructing administration, and criminal possession of a weapon. So regardless, they were not
like a nail. It was like something ridiculous. It wasn't even a weapon, I think, or something.
This is what I was just talking about.
It's just ridiculous nonsense. Like they came with a reason to break people up who were just celebrating. It wasn't anything violent. No one was getting ridiculous.
Do you know what the weapon was? Was it like a giant dildo or something? Like what? Like,
the cops would be threatened by that.
It's bigger than a baton or something.
You gotta hit the cop button.
You gotta do the doing one.
You just shots fired one of that. Yeah.
How about this? Hang on.
Quagmire.
That's all buttons.
I mean, fuck those.
Eight people were arrested in Washington Square Park. So.
The NYPD for doing that bullshit. Like Beks was saying, it's just I've been to Pride numerous times, and it's just like it is the happiest, least threatening fucking parade in the city. I'm sorry, like it's
the only violence is the S&M, and that's all like.
And that's that's not sanctioned. It's whatever, right? Consented. But no, I ruined your joke. I'm sorry, but I mean, even the Macy's parade is more violent with those fucking floats. I see how Ronald looks at the crowd. He's ready to crash on them. And sometimes those floats do crash and hurt people. Like, it is the best parade, and it's just love.
Are you talking about Ronald McDonald?
Yes.
Yes. Who else?
What
Ronald Sanchez.
What the fuck?
I think
she heard like every third word of my rant just now, and she just hears Pride, Ronald McDonald, crush.
I heard Ronald. I was like, Ronald. I don't know why we would think it's McDonald. I'm hungry.
Reagan?
For you guys, there was the Gay Officers Action League, who was a little bit disheartened because they weren't allowed to come. So, as a member of that organization, how do you feel about the decision to ban police?
Obviously, they don't listen, so it was a good idea to try to ban them.
Or did banning them make them say, well, fuck them, and then they showed up anyways?
It proved the
And
point. They didn't fucking listen.
I need snacks. You're freaking me out.
What?
You're just like stuffing your face so hard.
I just see the like.
Oh, Ashley!
No, stop that.
Oh,
Something weird.
hang on.
The rails.
Cue the zoom in and replay in slow motion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No.
That was good. Darius, you okay? Darius is having a meltdown.
I am internally. It's
Beck's like, I got my glasses on to watch her snacking.
Yeah, I want to make sure I see. Like,
I just keep seeing a tater, like
it was whatever it was. It was like white, sugary looking stuff. I don't know.
it kind of looks like
popcorn.
what is it?
Cubes.
I think she said it's cocaine.
That's what I was like.
But these have marshmallows in it, so it's like I've been jumping back and forth.
Marshmallow.
You got the munchies so bad, Tater. Ooh, I'm hungover. You got the munchies.
And this is why
Darius is drinking and talking today. Ashley's got bow in her hair.
It's a crazy day.
He has no arms and he has a house inside of his shoulder.
we're in the upside down. That's what's happening.
Oh God, fuck the NYPD for doing that bullshit.
Yes.
And those people who are in what's it called, the
gay officer.
token gay officers thing. Yeah.
Why couldn't they go? They should just go as people. Who
Go
cares?
to people and like, you know what? I'm sorry. It's just like we talked about before with police all over. At the end of the day, you're still behind the blue wall of complacency and enabling for how they do target the community. Just like did the spokesperson for that part of the organization come out against what they did in Washington Square Park in riot gear? If they didn't, then fuck them. In my opinion.
No, I agree with that opinion. Fuck them.
Okay. So in this,
I mean, if they didn't have the riot gear, it could be all right if they were just there, like, to protect and
If they
serve.
wanted to be like, you know, they're like,
yeah, like normal cops, how
I
they
didn't think
like
about it when I saw
station in certain places just to like make sure nothing goes awry.
Well, some people
riot
get really
gear. I don't
drunk
even
and
Riot
understand.
gear seemed like
I
they
don't
were ready
understand
for
it.
a fight. Like they
especially
were
after you were uninvited. You were formally uninvited.
disinvited, uninvited, canceled. I mean, like, I like, why go where you're not wanted? But beyond that, like, I mean, if you're a gay cop, you should be able to go to Pride. Maybe wear like a little
I
leather
mean,
getup.
wear the uniform without the pants. Just go and
The village people, like the village people. Yeah.
It would work. It would work. I mean, even if they wanted to go, it would just like, don't go and start arresting
There it
people
is.
and shit.
I haven't said that. Well, maybe I said
Yeah.
that.
what?
There it
Reston?
is, Tati.
What?
No, I agree with what Tati said. Like
Darius
you know,
chose this
go,
moment
go.
to come up with his catchphrase.
Oh,
And
okay, which was?
No,
totally
I
derailed
just-
everything.
I did not. Now shut up.
What was the word? I want to know.
What are we talking about?
No,
Okay.
nothing. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Tati.
Yeah, I'm confused.
There it is.
I see the residency. That's all I heard. Like, what? What'd you say?
Shane, do you want to transition us into our next topic?
Shane
Well,
wants to transition.
Hang on. Let me
Karate chop it to the left.
House?
speaking of people who showed up, you know what? They didn't even fucking show up uninvited because one of the insurrectionists was just shown at the border with a fucking ranking member of the Republican Senate. So fuck them, or the Congress. Fuck the House. Anyway, the Senate refused to have a formal investigation into the January 6th insurrection. Wonder why, but the House will under Nancy Pelosi. There will be, I believe, 5 Democrats, 5 Republicans appointed. She chooses Democrats. The minority leader in the House chooses the Republicans, but Pelosi does have veto power over those people, and she put in Cheney. What is it? Am I wrong?
Yes. Well, slightly.
Yeah.
So they are the House leader is allowed to select 5.
Yeah.
And Nancy's already selected her 8. All of them
8.
are.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, all of them are Democrats except 1.
That she chose.
Yes.
Yeah, for her choices. Yeah, she chose Liz Cheney, which.
Yeah, she was also in for Trump getting impeached. So.
Yeah, and now she's kowtowing to. Whatever.
Yeah, no, but
I have no sympathy for
don't
Cheney.
don't trust any of those bastards.
Can't see my back
That
scratch.
is
but
very
it's a full effect.
opinionated today. I like it.
I mean, only because I followed enough of it to know that
We should get you some more snacks.
Let
Why am
her
I talking
speak.
I'm confused. I couldn't stop laughing because I keep looking at Tater and there's just so much food in her mouth and she won't stop. She's like, And then she's eating the mic. It's just a
Poor
lot.
woman.
Ashley, I heard you.
It's just
Will anything come of this, or is it just doing it to do it?
The hope is that they hold
Enjoy it
people
as well.
accountable for what they did, and they set a big enough example that they won't do it again. But will this actually change anything? Probably not, because if they really wanted to do it again in the way that they did it, they could probably do it a gazillion more times.
Did we talk about when there was the audio episodes how the first person, or did we just talk about this on the group chat? The first person to go to court, to go to trial, whatever it is, for the insurrection, got basically probation, a slap on the wrist. Did we talk about that on air?
Yeah, and then the one went to they went on vacation in Mexico or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it's
They
wanted it to happen.
People to do this.
Yeah,
What
I'm just so surprised that after all the the patriotic hullabaloo kind of stuff, they try to attack us. It was our own people. No, fuck it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if it was their own
everyone
people,
gets away in the beginning.
but if it was their own people, BLM, then they would have been shot dead on sight, and then the
Yep, they would've
NYPD
been
shows up
locked
to
down
fucking
for
pride and riot gear. It's like
they would have been going to people's houses, people's
America.
jobs, yanking them out the door by the hair,
I don't like to say it like this, but it makes me think it's just waiting until the other side plays by the one side's rules. Because obviously paying by the old rules isn't really working for anybody. But then that doesn't solve anything. That's just,
It's just
this is
escalating.
Sparta.
That's the most friendly threat I've ever heard. You're smiling so hard, but we're gonna fuck you up too.
I will destroy you.
Little marshmallow just I'll kill you.
in the immortal words of Chris Rock, if it's all white, it's all right. The government reinforces that every day.
unfortunately, you're not wrong.
No.
By the way, I hate the post office. Suck it.
Tell us why.
I hate the post office. You're just gonna hang it out there and not say anything.
Story time.
And because it was really hot today, and because of the whole social distancing, they make you wait outside. I waited outside in that sun for over an hour to pick up a package that they said that they didn't deliver because I had an insufficient address, which was my whole address. There's nothing more to add.
But did you not have an apartment number?
Then they had the nerve. No, I had everything. And then they had the nerve to say, oh, that they missed me. I don't go anywhere. It's
Okay.
this is
Let me tell you.
I was there all year.
I was waiting.
So when I used to live in Brooklyn, I used to have the same exact problem. Whenever I get packages, they would say they attempted to deliver it, no one was there, and they would keep it at the post office. So I knew it had been coming, so I worked from home the entire week. No one rung the doorbell, no one tried to drop anything off, and the mail came and the mail went, but no packages were left. So went to the post office, stood outside for 2 hours. I think it was May or June, and it was a line wrapped around the building, and everyone's saying the same thing. We finally get inside, and we're still waiting. They just opened the doors and just let us inside, and we're still waiting. 4 hours after the fact, I'm walking out with a package they never attempted to deliver. And they're like, well, where's the slip? I was like, no one left me anything. I was like, because you didn't come.
No, I had to leave and go home because they didn't have a working pen so I could write down the tracking number. I went home. I took off my bra and put on a shirt where I could wear no bra because it was so hot. It was so hot. Look, it's the thunder. It knows. It knows
I
my
love
pain.
how New York Tati is being right now. She's like, I had to go home, get a pen.
It was so bad.
Talk with your hands, Tati. Talk with your hands, girl.
Let me tell you something. This is definitely a New York thing.
Yes, it was a bad day.
No, I agree with you on the post office. When I lived in Chelsea, there was a post office right on the corner, and it's supposed to open at 9 o'clock. Why would there be people outside of the door until 11, almost 12 o'clock, just banging? and there'd be people inside, and they just wouldn't open the door.
What were they doing?
Yo, Kevin would not like this
Banging
entire
on the door,
conversation.
Darius, not like stay
Look,
outside.
Oh no,
Bumping
I think you like to be a little bit of a
guns.
voyeur over there.
You're like,
The-
they didn't come. They were banging on the thing. Like the nastiest Powerpuff Girl. Like,
I gotta
feel
say, I like this new Tati. This like very energetic, talkative star of the
really
show.
excited.
I love it.
I feel like we could be the Powerpuff Girls, just the three of us.
Didn't we go through this already?
You'd be the spicy one.
Didn't you guys
I'd
do
be
it
the
already? This
blossom.
already?
And then
Wait, I need to get
This
another
makes sense for
soda.
my
I'll be right
personality,
back.
too.
You need to get a bow so you can be the
Can
Powerpuff
Can this
Girl.
be our
Yeah,
bathroom break?
Okay,
Okay.
that too. I'll get it.
Back
Well,
to
she's
Margaret.
so
Just
You need to
record it.
Jeez.
All right,
No,
bathroom.
but-
5-minute bathroom break. Don't stop the recording though. Just let it go.
Don't stop.
Tony Soprano.
Oh my god!
What's our time?
Now we're doing pretty good. We're only like an hour and 10 minutes in. Not even.
Okay, that's what I thought. I looked at the time. I was like, damn. I was like, we're almost done.
I know this is early for us, y'all. Early.
She did it. Oh, you look adorable.
We all
I
got
would
it
love that.
now.
I need this to like
Wait,
adjust so
we
that
all
you
touch
can
toes. Yeah, touch toes. Come on.
Oh. Yeah.
Don't. We're gonna do, Fresh Prince.
But I don't understand what we're supposed to do. Are we
Yeah, I know how to tell
banging?
the truth now.
What is happening?
Understand what's happening? I'm confused.
Do you see like the oh shit, fucking Shane's background, like full on spooky shit going on, man.
He looks like the headless horseman. And
Also, I must be like the most annoying person that's ever been in a hotel. Just like, just like noises on my calls today too.
there's gonna be a second
Oh,
season.
Darius wanted to get in the floor like Tati. Saw that?
Yeah. The floor is the place to be. You can't fall any further.
Well, I did take.
I
Well,
think
I
it can
mean,
get worse than
unless
that
you're in Miami.
What
Anybody?
about Miami?
Huh?
You said the floor is the best place to be. You can't fall any further, and I said unless you're in Miami.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh, no.
Man.
No,
No.
too soon. They're still looking for people.
I thought you were talking about like the plates,
The dance
the
floor.
tectonic plates on the Earth, and I was like, this is a real scientific joke. I was having a little blank right there. I'm
Sorry, I
sorry.
didn't have my finger on the pulse.
She's gonna call Bill Nye.
Ma'am, are you trying to say something about the dead people in Miami? Finger on the pulse? God, you can't keep.
You're the one who
No,
made a pulse
what?
joke.
What the heck?
You're like, oh, well, a bunch of dead gay people 5 years ago. I could joke about that now.
No, the nightclub is called Pulse.
I know, but you're like,
Oh.
speaking of keeping your finger on the pulse, I was like, oh, God.
Oh my
And
goodness.
Actually,
then
do you
you
want me
turn,
to
and
cut
then you
that
turn
out?
around and make a Miami condo joke. It's,
I'm completely
Yeah, I know, but this
oblivious
isn't
to
gonna
the
go on air, this part.
horrible stuff going on around me. It's like-
Nah, it's the bow. She's all bows of
All right.
stars.
okay.
All right, now we got the three boas. The sister's bow.
Boa.
yeah, yeah.
The
Wait,
sister's
come
bow.
on, come on. We're supposed to headbutt five thing,
All right.
whatever.
All right, I'll lead it in again. And here we have the sister's bow. The sister's bow. One bow.
But you guys got to get it together.
You gotta.
Ah,
wait. Oh. Okay.
And here we have. Wait, no.
You must.
No.
Like, chicken head.
Wayne's World, calm down.
It's finger.
And here we have the sister's bow.
Guys,
Moving
I
on.
don't understand what's going on.
Moving on to something a little bit more lighthearted than this. Longest war in American history.
dun dun dun. 20 years running.
Although you could say the phony war on drugs is longer, but I'll leave that with the government. The war in Afghanistan is pretty much over now. Most of, if not all by now, American troops have withdrawn. They've dismantled the base. Certain individuals said that they shouldn't leave because the Taliban is just going to take over again. Obama promised to take us out of there, didn't. Trump promised to take us out of there, didn't. Biden promised to take us out of there, he did. What do you guys think was the right move?
I don't think there is a right move.
I don't know enough. I don't know enough to have a dog in
We're in
that
too
fight.
deep.
I think they are.
That's what she said.
In saying that removing the troops will just cause the Taliban to move in. But at the same time, we have been there for a really long time. I've lost sight of what we were fighting for. I don't know about you guys.
Weren't we supposed to
think we
bring
ever knew.
democracy
I
to
thought it
their
was like oil.
land and stuff?
Which we technically did. We went in there because of 9/11 to get Bin Laden, stop the Taliban.
Right.
Got Bin Laden,
Yeah.
stopped the Taliban, stayed there because, like America always does, we go into a country and we don't actually provide it with the proper infrastructure it needs. If we're going to go in there and meddle with their whole system, we don't actually
Like,
leave
who can
the
really
proper
do any of those
infrastructure.
things? You know, like you can't just fix a whole country that's your enemy.
We can't
It's
fix
not
it, but
feasible.
but we've done it in other countries that we've gone into because it's solving.
Yeah,
We've gone
it's just
in.
like war is not an actual like good solution to anything.
No,
and there's
it
no
isn't.
way to do it that's actually efficient or proper.
But there
It's
was
just
never
not
an exit
yes.
strategy, and we don't care to have a true exit strategy because there's no real advantage to having, as far as I can tell, having Afghanistan be a legitimate democratic entity. Whereas, say, we pretty much built Israel from scratch. We really do enable Saudi Arabia to be who they are, so on and so forth. The Iraqi government was provided with far more infrastructure than the Afghan people are being provided with, and so forth. So it's like there is no right answer.
Yeah.
Like Ashley said.
It's just like, what do you call it? Like our current way of like Roman empiring shit. Like, you know how we like kind of take it over and stuff, and we just kind of let them do what they want, but we kind of own it. Isn't that what we're doing then?
Okay.
Sorry, we go. I can't do this.
I mean, whatever happens in that.
I should have eaten another one of these during the break. I was
What
like,
is that?
I can take
what-
it.
What is that, Tati?
It's little gummies that have
Do I have to cut that out?
Yeah, I mean that last part. Yeah, just put like sugar.
I just said orange sugar. You can just cut it off here.
They have yum in them.
Rum, yes.
Yum. It's easier.
Oh,
you know?
yum. Yes.
They have seeds, not weeds.
Fuck the
It's a
Romans.
different word. Still
Okay.
rhymes. Cool.
So I have a question. They apparently all of the equipment that they had there, they said that basically the base that they occupied in Afghanistan was kind of like the equivalent of a small city. So upon departure, they took all of that stuff with them, and whatever they left behind, they destroyed it. So the Taliban could not reuse anything, and they just sent everything to like scrap yards. How do we feel about
Sounds
that?
like a waste. Sounds like a waste. Couldn't we make microwaves or something out of it and give it to them or something? I just feel like we could recycle the
Air
fuck.
fryers.
Apparently, like this guy was like walking through like gym equipment, and he's like, "There's a washing machine over there," and like, "Here's a treadmill over here."
But are we leaving them any better, or are they still in the same fucked up situation they were in before we got there, or are they worse off? I want to know. Wars take so long. Like you said, we lose sight, and then it's like, what the fuck?
I did it ages ago.
Are we
I
just
also
bored? Is
kind
that
of
why
feel
we're
like
leaving?
we're
Is
still
that?
I
The
think
relationship
it depends who
doesn't
you
do it
ask.
for them anymore.
What's our next
I lost that love and
day?
feeling.
What's the next war?
day? Which
What's
yeah.
Unfortunately, with America,
Korea,
the industrial
North
military
Korea,
complex, that's a
maybe.
question. I think
Do
it
we
depends
get
who you
enough
ask.
oil from them? Is that what's going on?
I don't believe they're a very oil-rich country. I could be mistaken about
Where is
that.
that
I don't
Iraq?
believe we are. Iraq is an oil-rich country. Saudi Arabia, obviously, so on and so forth. I think from the news stories I've seen, both with Vice, Al Jazeera, BBC, it really depends on the individual you ask if they feel they're better off or not. I think nothing's black and white with a situation like this. It's a matter of every individual's take. It's like we'll give 5 different answers to our state of our government. It's
I was unsatisfied with all of that right there.
fair.
It's just,
Darius, are you unsatisfied as well?
Wow, whoa. What kind of question was that?
Too far.
Shots fired.
Well,
was.
it's not for her, but sorry.
In any
Darius is like,
case,
I'm not answering that.
No, I'm not. I refuse. You're gonna...
Oh, that was just a very slow answer. It's like, good.
what are we talking? What's the next one? What's the next one that we're gonna
Things that we are
ram
not
down?
satisfied with. George R.R. Martin is still working on the next installment of.
that was beautiful transition.
Yay! I got approval from Shane. Okay, George R.R. Martin is still working on the next installment of the Game of Thrones series. He adamantly says his ending is going to be very different than the show. He actually never thought the show was going to catch up because he had 4 books out when the show actually started, recording and everything. He's obviously going to be involved in the new prequel, House of the Dragon, which may also distract him from doing the books.
Does he also think that his cholesterol level is not going to catch up with him and he's going to finish his fucking books? Because if that's the case, he's equally as delusional as he was while the show was on.
He
big-
only put out, 2 books in the last,
Whatever.
few years, 3 or 4 years.
What's that?
So if it's taking him so long to put out books, he may actually croak before him.
He put out 1 book the whole last decade.
In his defense, he thought that they weren't going to catch up.
He's a moron! They did the first book in the first season. If they're going at that pace, it's like, shit.
Yeah.
I get they're hard things to fucking write. Half of us here are writers. We get it. We understand. But, I'm sorry. You had 1 job.
Yeah.
One job. Don't fuck
But he
it.
took on too many jobs. He started doing he started doing all these personal
Well, yeah,
appearances.
so he started to chime in for the actual show, which I get it. You want it to be authentic. But at the same time, he lost sight of making sure that he was on target with the books.
Why do you think he's doing this? Why is he making it a point to announce that it's going to be different?
Money's good.
Oh, because
Money,
he wants people to read it. He wants to make some monies.
yeah. And who wouldn't want to read it knowing that it'll be a better ending than the one that we
Maybe.
saw?
Mhm.
And the bar is set pretty low, so
It was
Yeah.
lower than you on the floor trying to eat chocolate that's
Yeah.
on the ground.
Nothing to add.
Dog treats or whatever was down there.
Well, do you think it's really going to
Whatever
be
the fuck is
different,
down there.
or it's just going to be a different path to get to the same result?
No, I think it's really going to be different. I think what they did, how they rushed the ending, which everybody was really upset about, I think that's going to be completely different.
do you think that Daenerys' downfall is going to be different then, or will it still happen in this very
Okay,
Or will it happen at all now?
few things.
Yeah.
So I think Daenerys' ending is going to be different. I think he might add some more importance to Jon Snow being the true
hope so.
heir. We might actually see something else happen. Bran probably won't be the king. And
Thank goodness.
yeah.
I want
should take the
Daenerys
bets
to
on
be
that.
the ruler of all. She has a dragon. She's cool.
I
she's
think
pretty.
also I'm hoping Jaime Lannister gets a different arc, because the fact that he ran back to Cersei's after all of his character development just basically brought him, defeated the purpose of his whole character.
I
It makes
don't
sense
mind
to me
her.
though, because that's what people
Yeah.
do. They grow and they get rid of their horrible ex, and then suddenly they're like,
Right
Their horrible
We're
sister
back,
ex, you know.
"Hmm."
I
Yeah.
think that was the execution of it. Him saying, to be completely honest, I never really cared for the people of King's Landing. Completely negates everything he
Yeah.
said in that bathtub with his nub sticking out, which I could probably do right here. Hang on, let's see if I can. If I can.
I'm glad that you meant your arm and nothing else, because I was gonna get really weird, Shane.
I don't have Stay Puff here right now, so.
You
But
Bro.
anyway, I think that was about like the execution of it, where they just fucked up the character arc. I think him.
I-
Yeah, that
like
line was
Beks
pretty
said.
stupid.
Something different towards the end. I'm also kind of wondering if he'll do the way the White Walkers ended. If he'll do
God, I hope he
something
changes
different because Arya wasn't supposed to kill the Night King. That was something that the producers made the decision on.
Yeah.
And I just felt like with the way that they showed it in the beginning seasons, like I thought there was going to be more of it. Like there was going to be, like they kind of sprinkled it on. I wanted it to be its own thing. You know?
Also,
They should have made it to King's Landing. Like
Yeah.
they should have overran Winterfell, and like people actually fucking died, and they had to retreat to King's Landing. Then Cersei's army had no
that's what I was
choice.
thinking is that everybody was gonna have to combine together, and then in that process, you'd see certain
Yeah.
people die, and then whatever is left of the kingdom will be the new.
So, in the faith that sometime before the end of our lives, those books will actually be finished, do we want to take bets on who the new king or queen will be?
Sure.
Darius, you can go first.
Me, I will be the next king, and that is it.
Oh, it sucks because that was my answer. Well, I guess
Oh.
Darius is gonna be the new king now.
Ha-ha.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't
I
think of
want to
anything else
think
for
about
life.
this a little more, but
Okay.
my original pick, like as I was watching the show, would have been Jon Snow because I wanted to see that happen for him. But I don't
Because
think
he's cute. Yes.
But he wasn't on your list twice, Tater, so I don't know.
His brother was.
You picked the other brother.
You're like,
Twice.
if I can't
You
get
did
the dead one.
front and then back.
That's who's gonna be the new king. He's gonna come back to life with some kind of
Yeah, my
dragon's
mom's all the
toe
people I
or some
like are
shit.
dead.
supposed to
Like,
come back to life, so why can't the brother?
You see?
Because
Who was supposed to come back to life?
Okay,
mother.
so the mother died in the same instance where the brother died. So if the mother came back in the books, why can't the brother?
Well, I think because they didn't
I
use
know.
the magic.
Only one?
There can be only one.
Mhm.
What? They were brother and sister and they did it. What are you talking about?
Anything could happen.
No.
With
Just
enough
wanted to
willpower
bring-
and
Just wanted to
flexibility.
bring it up because that was nasty.
So
Nasty.
Darius, what do you think about
Well,
the
they're-
songs and how it's supposed to end, and who do you think?
They were
will-
twins.
They were
Wait, there was a
twins,
lot
too?
happening.
Yes.
Weren't
What the
they?
hell? I mean,
They're
no, I
close.
think they
Who
were,
were
right?
twins?
Were they twins?
What?
They were twins.
Ew, they were twins?
Yes,
Yes,
they
Because
were.
you're
Yes.
all the time missing in the
And they-
womb, so it makes sense.
They
They-
had that
they-
twin love.
And they had 3
There's like-
children.
They were at it.
Three?
They were feet
They had,
little
they had,
zygotes
Three
they had
children.
children?
3 children.
that are all like
They had
baby blonde,
children?
Aryan-looking
3 children.
little white tiger babies, you know?
Yeah.
White tiger.
Wait.
3
Because
children.
those are when tigers do their moms.
You
and-
do need to watch the show, Darius, though. I mean,
He's
the
like,
one
nah,
with
I will
the
never.
penis.
Oh, that's how
I
you
will
know.
The
never.
thing with the penis and everything. And all, I mean, oh
This is
my
not-
gosh.
I don't want to turn on TV and
penis.
see salami.
Sausage
I don't
and
want to
peppers,
see.
buddy.
No, I mean, you won't see it because it's gone. It's gone. It's like-
Just
They're just like eating it.
yeah.
Hey, Tati, what's in your hand?
I was writing notes
Oh, okay.
on
Cool.
this very small piece of paper.
Okay, cool.
Remember
Go.
to say.
So we'll put a pin in this and revisit after we have like a week or two to think about who we think will be the new ruler of the 7 kingdoms, or if there'll even be a 7 kingdoms left.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, before we go into the question of the day, of the topic of the day, I forgot Planet of the Apes trilogy, and we talked about the greatest trilogies. That was a pretty good one. Like, that was a good one. And
The monkeys always freak me out. I don't like those movies. I try, but I just
fair enough. Richard Donner, the director of movies like the Lethal Weapon series, Goonies, Superman 1 and really 2, The Omen, Scrooge, Lost Boys, passed away. He's a legendary director in Hollywood. He passed away, I think, yesterday. Just want to give a nod to that. And I also want to say how satisfied I am that Donald Rumsfeld died and no one gave a fuck, even on conservative news. Bye, bitch.
That's not nice. You don't have
No.
a bad-
Do you know about Donald Rumsfeld? And
Not really, but you're celebrating death. Don't you know that?
I'm not
life is
celebrating it. I'm
Maybe
saying the world's a better
justice.
place that he died of natural causes.
You
Yeah,
see,
there
he's
you
that
go.
guy.
Maybe
He's that
send him
guy
a
in that
tattoo.
meme. That's like, what's the guy? The salt guy. The salt guy.
Yes, that's
Salt
me.
Bay?
Oh, babe.
The salt
He was George W. Bush's Secretary of Defense and helped orchestrate the wars that got hundreds of thousands of people killed for no reason. So, you know,
Pretty trash.
screw him. But the question of the day is, in your opinion, what are your top 3 or 5 musical scores from movies, not soundtracks?
5.
What would you say? And we can go around the table, so to speak, and talk about it.
I don't know if I've ever before this have ever
It's
given
that-
any thought to.
I have an answer.
Go ahead, Beks.
I'm
Go ahead.
ready. I gotta say it before I forget. So one is Cleo from 5 to 7, and it's this French New Wave movie.
Ooh.
The guy that did the music, I was listening. It's the only music I downloaded before my flight, so I was listening to this shit nonstop because the entertainment thing was all fucked up on Delta. The entire flight was a disaster. There was like a baby coughing. It was really sick, and I was like, "This baby."
Oh
has
my God!
fucking-
Wait! A baby what?
It was coughing. It was coughing a lot, like this little newborn baby thing. And I was like,
Okay.
why did you bring this baby on the plane? It should be like in the hospital or something. It was grossing me out, and I felt bad about it because I was like, this is a baby. And it was like,
That
it was just,
sounds
really-
like.
it was like zombie apocalypse beginning.
Yeah, that sounds like Snakes on a Plane or something.
Out 7 hours of that shit. I was like, this is horrible.
Beks.
But so yeah, so the guy who did the music is Michel Legrand, and it's impeccable. And like there's all these like smart like moments. Basically you're following this lady for 2 hours straight in real time while she like finds out that she has cancer and like how she handles it. It's like a really cool movie.
What's the name of
This
the movie
was
again?
that's a better baby. That's a better baby right there. The other one would be Good, Bad, and Ugly.
That was on my
Sergio
honorable mentions.
Leone or whatever. Like that shit's impeccable music. Like it can't get over it. I can hear that anytime. And I don't remember anything else.
So what was the name of that movie you were talking about at first? Cleo, you said?
Cleo from 5 to 7. It's
Cleo
my
from 5
favorite.
to 7. Okay.
It's sad but cool, and it's all in black and white, and she's gorgeous, and they like do a bunch of nods to other things like Citizen Kane and shit. I nerd out on it really hardcore. And she's in my favorite scene is like she's in a like this white feathery robe and she's in a bed full of kittens. And I was like, that's my
That's you.
dream. Yeah.
Ashley, I feel like you have a very impassioned list.
I don't. My brain literally went to soundtracks, and I had to steer away from that. So I went and I found a really long list, and I was like, "Ooh, I know these."
Oh, that's what I almost always do. These.
But my top one is probably Jurassic Park.
Okay. John Williams.
So good. That's very good.
Some other honorable mentions: Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon,
Okay.
Titanic, Braveheart.
Those
Both
are all
very
good.
good.
Yeah,
Both
very
very,
hard
very
to
good.
try.
Darius, you look ready, Darius.
And I am not. I am.
Lion King.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna say. Is Lion King.
It's
My
Lion
answer
King.
to every time I can make one of my answers Lion King, it will be. No, but that can definitely go up there. Back.
Which Lion
Thank
King?
you for the assist. Which Lion
The
King?
original,
Out
of
please.
Out of the, well, no, 2 is underrated, but I won't go there.
No, I think you meant the live action or. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Live action didn't happen, and I love John Favreau.
I thought you were
He went to
going to
my
say.
I
high
love
school.
Beyonce.
He went to my high school.
Oh yeah.
I like
That's
him.
cool.
Yeah, he went to Bronx Science. Yeah,
Nice.
Oh, cool.
plug. But yeah, the live action Lion King movie didn't happen. So Lion King.
What are you talking about?
That's pretty much all I
Don't
have.
make me angry.
All right, fair enough. Tati, do you have any?
No.
Good job.
That works.
I
That
love
works.
your reaction. It was like, do you know how many times in my life I would always do that motion and people are like, you gotta stop doing. Life did that. I'm gonna bring that back.
That was a very
I
anime
mean-
reaction.
Don't worry. I have been animating out. Is that that's
Yes.
that's
Ooh.
a word.
What
Yeah.
anime have you been?
VRV. I downloaded it on my Google TV, and I have been fucking subtitling it up.
I was gonna ask if I was like, did you hear it? So do you keep it when it's like in Japanese and then you read the English
No.
subtitles, or do you hear it like in English and then have the little, or
Yeah.
I
know?
always go for
You sub,
Have you ever had a
English.
sub or
dream
dub,
you
sub or
do
dub,
anything
sub or
before?
I
dub.
dub it as many times as I can, so I don't have to look at it.
I sub it until I get annoyed and then I dub it.
And then
I
if
don't know
there's
the
like no
difference.
dubbing, then I'll just I'll
What's
read
dubbing?
subtitles. Subtitles,
Sorry.
dubbing.
I don't like that. I like it when it's the original and it's in Japanese and then you have to read the little letters.
Yeah, so
subtitles.
Yeah.
I just
'Cause
gotta
wanna
pay
know
way
if
more
it sounds
attention
like
to
it's
that.
The voices are like,
Mm.
yes.
Well, yeah,
come
the
here,
voices
boy."
are more authentic, and I feel like you lose stuff when it gets translated. It doesn't just
Yeah.
look the same.
It depends on the dub though. Like a Yu Yu
Sailor Moon.
Hakusho.
Completely different voices.
No, that's true. But I'm thinking like Yu Yu Hakusho, where it's like the dub
Are you
is like
stuck?
so.
Hannah's stuck on the couch.
Oh no, go help
Help
Hannah.
her.
Oh,
I'm
Please
right here.
go help Hannah.
I'm
Oh,
usually
then
stuck on the couch too.
the big
I'm
comfy
baby
couch.
girl.
Do you remember the big comfy couch?
Oh,
Oh my god,
Oh,
do you remember that shit that lady clown would be doing with her leg? Like,
Yo, I saw one where
Yes,
I
she's-
thought it was. It
so
looks so much like the original that I thought it was, but I'm like, this is inappropriate. She's not wearing
it
the
was
right.
so inappropriate. I remember
Because
watching
her
it.
legs, she was doing that thing with her legs, and she was wearing booty shorts. And I'm like, I don't think this is the right one. I don't think this is the one I saw.
You're like, it looks right to me. He
So
probably has it
Tati,
saved, bookmarked on his web browser.
so Tati, do any of those animes that you watch have really good, like really great music to them that you enjoy?
I don't understand a word that
Howl's
they're saying
Moving
in the
Castle
music.
has great music.
Bleach
I
Bleach
do.
has great
Oh,
music.
okay. You know who has good music? Mary Poppins had really good music. I remembered all her songs, and I really love Little Mermaid songs. I know those, all of them.
Are you okay, Beks?
every single one.
I know Beks is just slow.
They said you can't use those.
Tati's allowed. Tati's allowed.
I know.
Not those. You're like,
required to do their homework except her.
Fair enough. All right. Well, my top five,
all the ones with the music and the words.
I'm like torn between Black Hawk Down, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Serenity. Like,
Okay, I like
those
all
three are like. But number 4 definitively for me is Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Like
Ooh.
when
Okay,
they
I think I got one though.
yeah. What is it?
Yeah. So you said no words. The X-Men theme song, right? Does that work?
From
Oh,
the
yeah.
movies?
No,
not the cartoon.
animated series.
Oh, see, no, these are movies, Tati. Sorry. Now you're disqualified. Someone mute her, please. You don't like the Lord of the Rings music, Ashley?
Oh no, my cousins ruined the movies for me. I never got into it
Oh,
after they destroyed it.
Oh, but like when Rohan's coming over the mountain.
I do like
Uh-oh.
a lot of those
Lost Beks
stories.
again.
Oh, there
she's
she
back.
is. Are you back, Beks?
Well, you're all still freaking frozen. It's so freaking.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. We'll come back. Now you're frozen.
Oh wait,
Oh,
I
you're
get a
all-
picture of
this is her her weekly frozen face.
It's a good one. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh wait, she's coming back.
oh, she's back. She's back. Now you're on mute.
Oh wait, she can't.
I'm all over.
Oh, God, that last
Yeah,
face
this
was
is
great.
So spooky.
Are you back,
You're all
Beks?
so frozen. What am I-
She's back now.
Ashley's
I can't
always
believe-
ready.
I'm
Why are you
not
all
I gotta
frozen?
say,
What?
Beks' frozen face was good.
Ow.
At least she didn't look bad. Anyway, so Lord of the Rings is ruined for you. Like when Rohan comes over the mountain to save the day. Ah, shit.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll be back.
All right, we'll wait for her to come back.
I was gonna say Transformers would be one.
I was gonna say the Batman one then. I know the Batman one and I can say the movie, right? It doesn't sound different.
Someone used to make fun of me at work because I liked the instrumentals of a lot of movies. So like Sherlock
me too.
Holmes had some good ones.
Yeah, how'd you only have that one then? Hi, Bex.
I'm
Hi.
dead.
Okay,
did
we're
it.
back then.
I'm thinking of songs without words. Fantasia.
Oh, we have Fantasia's good. I mean, it's a collection of things, but all right, Darius has got the dark. Well,
That's a
hang
good
on,
one.
Darius. Hang on for that one. Don't reveal that yet.
What
So
is-
anyway,
oh,
Darius has still got the headphone.
where did
All
the
right,
boat
don't
go?
reveal that
Is
yet.
it messing up your Wi-Fi?
Put the boat back. Try again.
There she goes.
Yeah.
All right.
We
So
just
anyway,
need to have like one of those
Power
fringe
Rangers.
dresses that like.
That's what I thought, like one of those flamingo dresses and stuff with the little things over the shoulders and like, you know.
And then have like
Bati,
the long cigarette
I
in her
can't keep
hand.
cutting this out with your thing in your hand,
Oh,
your notes in your hand.
Oh, shit, wait a minute.
Just put it on the floor. It's okay.
No. Okay.
Okay. Number 3, Avengers, both Infinity War and Endgame. I look as like one.
Yes, I agree. I wasn't
What?
sure if that counted as like a soundtrack, so I didn't.
No,
include
Yeah.
score. Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
No,
music.
this
all of the Marvel movies. I'm just gonna.
Well, I'd say yeah. Anyway,
Avengers.
no, Infinity War and Endgame.
because
Definitely.
it's kind of like the best of the greatest hits almost. That score, because like say when they go to Wakanda and Infinity War, it's a piece that they recreated from the Black Panther score, and so it's kind of like like the greatest hits. Number 2, The Empire Strikes Back. Darius, you may now reveal your toy.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yep. But he
Very
like I went to like go get him and he like fell apart. I was like, no, Vader, no.
He used
He
too
did a
much of
look
the
like,
force.
no, that's not true. That's impossible. And number 1.
See, Ashley, you see him? You see him? Yeah, you see the guy that beat Thanos? Okay.
Look at y'all being so
Oh my
nerdy.
goodness.
Bringing it back. Okay, and number 1, Gladiator.
That is a good one.
Alright.
Gladiator is a Hans Zimmer masterpiece.
Oh yeah,
And-
he does all the soundtracks.
Oh yeah, Black Hawk
What
Down,
doesn't
the
he
Dark
do?
Knight trilogy. all
I was gonna
those
say
things.
those. I forgot about them,
Those
but
are
like
good.
the Dark Knight, the music is muy
Shane
bueno.
said he
All really
needed
good
some.
choices,
He needed
guys.
some for his choices, so I told him he could take all my choices.
I was like,
Give
The
up.
hair, Bex, the hair.
It's so frizzy.
She's like, damn, it's
That's
late
all right.
here at 7
That's
o'clock.
Oh,
in
she's like,
Seattle.
like I'm gonna serve y'all the hair. Yes.
All right, here we go. How many? Wait, Rebecca.
Wait,
How many clicks?
Does it take to get to the center of that Tootsie Pop? Pudding Pop. 6.
Bex and Ashley.
Ash, all right.
She's like, shit, I meant 7.
I'll go first so that we could do the crappy stuff first. Give me a minute.
I'm gonna say second.
You always have a great question, Bex.
Well, I gotta pull it out of here real quick.
I love when you repeat your jokes.
What's if you could have any pet? what would it be? What would you name it? I give up. I'm tired today. I did my best. Or what's the best thing you've eaten? Shane, don't tell
That
us
was-
real answer. Hard. That's it. That's what I tried.
So which
All right,
You
one
well-
are we going with?
any of those you want.
Okay, that's what we're going. Well, what's the best thing we've eaten?
and what kind of puppy name would we have all in one? So, butterscotch.
Excellent.
Darius?
Oh man, no! I want to do what Tati did. That was great. The only thing coming to my mind is tapioca, and that is not true.
You're
Ashley?
sick.
Wait, so we're doing the last thing we ate or the best thing we ate?
Just combine it.
Best
Yeah, just
thing.
combine it. That's what we're doing.
Last.
Oh,
The
come
last
Yeah.
best thing you've eaten.
Combine
The
it.
last best thing you eat, and that sounds
you
like
would
a
name your
dog's
pet.
name that you would name your pet.
I guess
Fried
mine
cats
would be
going away.
taco, actually.
Ooh, tacos.
Make that how you want.
Oh, I love you. That's the best moment in this whole series.
I guess we're not talking about Mexican food anymore.
You
Oh,
never
I
know.
We're not in Kansas
I had nachos last night. They were delicious. They had hot queso. And on them. It was Mexican Lebanese food, and it was tasty.
Ooh.
And now they're probably soggy. And all I have in my hotel is a kitchenette that just has a microwave. Like, what? I don't want to fucking microwave nachos. I think I'm gonna eat them cold. I give up. The end. Wait, Shane, what's your food? Do you even eat?
Actually,
The brownies I gave you.
Yeah, clearly I eat. I mean, have you seen my shape? I mean, a quick side note: the tuxedo place for Darius's wedding doesn't have a shirt that fits me. It's like they sent me a shirt that's still 1 inch too small for my neck, but they didn't send an extender. But the rest of the shirt is 3 times too. It's a 3XL. The rest of the shirt, so it hems off me. So I actually felt pretty good about myself. And so now they're sending me a shirt that's 3 sizes smaller, but they're like, oh yeah, but it won't fit you on their neck. It's gonna be like 3 inches too short. So,
like a Grinch
Oh, we
joke
just
in
get it
there
bigger.
somewhere, but
And then get it tailored.
well, yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. But it's just like
Yeah.
they're like you can't cut, you can only seam. So
Small
I'm probably gonna
for
like
your
tie it in the back. It's weird.
It's
I'm
like
gonna
the
like
name of a really filthy movie that you
Ooh.
can rent. 3 inches too small for my neck.
Oh, is that the new question? The name of a really filthy movie?
That could be funny.
that would
The
good work.
big quotable one.
Tati, you can save that for when it lands on you.
Wild card, you can do whatever you want today.
No, it's
Marshmallow.
okay.
I mean, clearly I would have like a sloth as a pet, but in the interest of a joke, I'd have a pussycat, and I'd eat it, and I'd have a chitara, or
Sha'Carri,
Ashley.
you're saving this a little bit.
I don't.
You name it Ashley. And you would, what?
I want a pet sloth.
I mean, they're
wait,
cute.
really? Do you? You really?
Aren't they cool?
They have really
Actually, I
long-
want a pet goat so it can scream at me.
Wouldn't you eat it?
Little piggies are really cute too. They're
They are
really
cute.
cute, and they know how to use the bathroom and litter boxes like kitty.
Yeah, but
cats.
then when you don't have any food for breakfast, you kind of like give them the side eye, like,
They're horrible.
I never thought that far into it. Shit.
Hey, Shane, so what's your food so I can go?
I told you,
A sloth that
Pussycat.
tasted like a kitty cat.
pussycat. Whoa,
That
whoa,
he
whoa.
would-
We're way off topic.
What
here.
you?
I can never be as good as the taco joke Darius made. So let's just move on from me.
Yeah, that was really dirty.
So mine was.
No,
gonna be-
wait. I maybe were you not talking about real tacos?
Oh,
It's
Not
still
gonna ruin it.
real.
Ashley,
But
what, Darius? What?
I said, go ahead. Ashley.
Oh, thank you, sir.
go off.
Mine was gonna be flan because you said combine the best and the last.
No, I just meant the
Oh, my
last
thing
really
was
good
thinking
thing. Like, not the
Jimmy
best
Curry.
ever, but like the best thing that you ate recently. That's
This
what I
whole
meant.
question is off
Then
the
it would have been
rails.
chimichurri
Alright.
flan. So then
Have
I'm
you
gonna
ever
call
had
my
green-
pet chimichurri flan.
The best last thing that you ate that sounds like a
Yes,
pet that you would name if you owned
Somehow
it.
you
Jimmy
feel it, girl.
flan.
That's a good answer. And you were just eating it just now, so we know you're telling the truth. And that was my stop picking me for the questions.
Ashley, what's your question?
Okay, you were fired from a job. What did you do?
What did I do?
I made them listen to this episode of the podcast.
I
Wow.
I didn't
Wow.
do my job.
Kick Shane out this room.
I was late too many times. That's what it would be. That's gonna be the one that gets me. That's why I love this work from home situation. You're just like in bed, you're like, doot doot, you're in. I'm here. I'm early.
I had sex with my intern, but I didn't get fired, so it's okay.
Attaboy, Bill.
Oh no. Wait,
While you're
this is
doing
going off
McDonald's.
the rails.
It's been off the rails. Okay, we have crashed into a ditch a long time ago, and we're just trying to survive. We're just trying not to bleed out. That's
Please stop
this-
it.
Even our one viewer, Susan, will be at this point like, fuck. I know they wished me well this episode, but like, this is a struggle.
Stay with us, Susan.
Of course, this is the episode that decides to
Stay
record.
with us.
Yeah, we had some magical moments that just went down the drain. You're mute. You're muted.
Ash,
Did you say anything? Ash?
I just
Oh,
done that
which one?
really lowly.
she's been doing this whole thing, this whole episode. She's like,
She's a yin yang twin. A little-
all right, Ashley, what's your...
Sometimes I'm talking to other people while other people are talking. I'm like,
What's
You're
Jelly
your...
bean!
stuff on the side.
Oh, the baby!
Jelly bean!
Say hi, Jim.
Hey!
Say
Hi, Doggo.
Hi.
Oh,
I'm so happy.
Ashley, what would be your thingy-majiggy? Why'd you get fired?
I'd probably be like, fuck this, and just flip the table.
You gonna go full
So
New
you-
Jersey?
Yeah, oh, I was gonna
Point,
say
I
you're gonna
was
Real
so
Housewives
angry.
to join.
With someone saying something so ridiculous, I'd just be like, I'm done. Just flip the table.
That reminds me of Chappelle's show. I'm rich, bitch. Remember he wins the lottery?
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
rich, bitch. Ah! I didn't approve this. Ah!
Very much on point with the scream.
Got the lottery or when he got Oprah pregnant?
I'd be on the phone for like 2.5 hours
Ooh,
with someone.
yeah, maybe.
At some point, I'd just be like, nope, I'm done. And I'll just throw everything.
I've kind of done everything I can do to get fired at jobs and haven't gotten fired, knock on wood, so.
Wait, this
Not
isn't
this-
like a
not
real
this
example,
current job.
hypothetical?
Okay.
Yeah, hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetically. Of course.
Oh, I
Hypothetically.
thought we were talking about how we're not working.
I set it on fire. That's yours.
Set it on fire.
Hypothetical.
We're doing bad things with your friends. You like to do hood rat shit with your friends. Smoking cigarettes.
I thought we were talking about when I got fired, not like getting in trouble with my dad.
Bush grandma because she didn't buy you chicken. Do you remember it? Sorry. He tried to beat up his grandma because she wouldn't buy him Popeyes or some shit. It was ridiculous.
Wait, who
Cute
was this?
I always get his name mixed up with the name that they gave him in Boondocks, but it's like Laterian. You know,
Oh,
he
the
likes
kid?
to go to that shit with his friends. Likes to smoke cigarettes. He stole a car with his friend and they were smoking cigarettes. He's like 7 years old, driving down the highway or some shit with a car and crashed it, or a truck or something. And then like a month later, he got in trouble and there's like a video of him trying to beat up his grandma and trying to punch her at Popeyes because she wouldn't buy him fried chicken. He's a real kid, internet star.
Your
Am-
speech
am I
is so
crazy?
slurred.
He's an internet star for trying to punch his grandma.
Maya slurred. Exactly, for trying to punch his
What?
grandma.
Mine is not slurred. I am
It was right there.
articulating.
Go. Oh, say
Wow.
that again. Say that again. You are what?
I was not drunk.
You are articulated. Come on, give us that elocution, huh?
Wait.
Give us that elocution.
Awesome.
Can you say civilian again?
Civilian. Sullivan.
Sullivan.
All right. Well, maybe next week. We won't be here. Actually, we're off next week and the week after. So we'll be back in 3 weeks.
Darius, you want to close it out? You want to shut it
Wait,
down?
no, we're not going to toss around the
Not gonna
ball
do
maybe next week?
Maybe next
Fuck.
week.
Yeah.
Maybe next week
You
all
know
these
what?
boxes won't
I
be
say
here,
that, and then
and
we're
I'll
going anyways.
be fully
Maybe
unpacked.
next week Shane will calm his tits down, okay?
What did I do?
Oh, and his voice.
Oh,
Hi.
the titties are so upset. The titties.
Maybe
Oh.
next week Bex won't look so confused.
I'm running on 4 hours of sleep or something.
Maybe next week Bex will
Party
be in
part.
the same part of the country as the rest of us.
Or not. Maybe I'll just stay here. I like having my own room. I have a balcony. And underneath, there's a bunch of homeless people. Really good view. Pretty awkward.
Oh, they hang out in front of the hotel.
Tati,
Yeah.
as you're
What
doing
floor
that,
are you on?
the little hula skirt like this.
What floor are you on?
I could be on a dashboard.
Third at least. The third, so that's a little better.
The third
There's like
at
a rooftop here too, but I haven't been there. Yeah, there's like a dog park across the street that's really cute, but like I can hear everything. I can hear people stomping. I'm sure everyone's been hearing me in the hotel being annoying. You hear the dogs? You hear them, right? Very cute. Maybe next week, something.
Oh.
Maybe next week.
What's happening?
Snacks.
Maybe next week we'll have a different name for the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
on that note, you guys depressing me. We thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah,
and
like what the
watching.
hell, man? This is supposed to be a fun night. I was looking
This
forward
is-
to this.
Maybe next week I'll be married.
Oh, no, not me.
Married. Oh my
Maybe.
God, guys! I just had like.
Yeah, I was like, not me.
He's like, now I need
Excitement.
Tuesday off for sure to make sure I don't get cold feet.
I had like equal excitement and like a freak out all at once. Just
Aww.
I'm gonna be married.
Wow.
Next time you guys see me, this will have a ring on it. Oh my.
Yeah, then you could do the
In the
Beyonce
famous
song.
words of Beyonce.
Yes. We'll have put a ring on it.
Yes, dude,
I
yeah,
have
there you
to
go.
so curious.
That's how we're gonna have to start that show.
Yeah. You definitely need to learn at least the first like 5 minutes of
I just want to
choreography.
be curious.
Oh,
Like,
5 minutes. That's a lot.
I think that's like the whole song, but I want to see
Maybe
you
next
do
week I'll have a couple pictures.
maybe we'll get the fucking donuts back.
No,
Oh my God, with
donuts
the
are
fucking
gone.
donuts.
They are
it.
gone.
I feel like I need donuts.
You know what I'm
I
gonna
haven't
do?
eaten a donut.
I'm
in a
gonna
while.
draw you some donuts,
Donut.
and then I'm gonna get it framed, and then I'm gonna send it to you guys as a wedding present.
And then it's gonna end up in those boxes behind
A
them.
surprise one.
There's an attic
want-
space above us. That's where the donuts will be.
Oh, oh, that's nice. You got access to the attic.
Yeah. that
All
is-
my shit's in storage.
That's what she said.
In my trunk.
Maybe next week we'll start tracking the That's What She Says again.
Bring them
Bring them
back.
back.
Bring them back.
Bring them back, way back. Back into time.
Oh God,
Maybe next
Okay.
week we won't put.
this is awful.
Awful.
No, just the ending.
I was like, I had a decent time with you guys. But on that note, we thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us.
No, we don't.
And if we don't see you,
Oh,
we'll see you either today, tomorrow,
Or in 3
maybe
weeks.
next week. Or in 3 weeks.
jeez.
As Shane.
It's not a guaranteed for next week. It's maybe next week. So it could
We
be-
know,
That's
right.
true.
We
Maybe.
actually may see you next week.
Maybe not.
May-
Maybe not.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, world. Adios.
All right.
I
To
stopped
all the
recording.
viewers who just heard those sounds from Shane,
What happened?
just the last like moan you let out.
Oh, I did not. I did not hear that.
Hey, my team.
You guys are just spoiled little babies.
No, we're not spoiled
Our
because
fans are spoiled little babies.
Yeah, they're just like, wah, we're not like in first place. Wah.